Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Hip Hop Babies.
Yes, Sirski.
Baby,
We back. We back.
Boo, 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 boo. We got an album review today.
Mm-hmm.
We got Vince Staples.
Yes, sir.
Who's it by?
Ben Staples.
There you go.
Self-titled.
Self-titled.
He said this is his most personal album to date. So
Picture of his face on the cover.
let's get right into it, bro. Because it was, how long has it been? He dropped FM in
2018?
2018. FM was solid. Short. Wasn't FM? Was FM executive produced by Kenny Beats as well? I think so, right? I don't know if it was executive, but I know a lot of production on there was by Kenny, right?
I mean, yeah, he was on there. He was
Right?
definitely recording that. I mean, I don't know that off the top of my head, but he was definitely on that project, producing for him. So yeah. And then this one is executive produced by Kenny Beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most personal album. We heard that from Tyler too. So everybody's getting introspective, and you can tell it's got a picture of his face on the cover.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about him and his life. It's only 22 minutes.
Yeah. Short.
That's short.
FM was short though, like I was saying. Like this is another little package of short. I wouldn't even say steady, because I feel like FM impressed me because it was short and it was like a lot of bangers. I wouldn't even say positive, it was like playful. Like he was saying a lot of shit about like people getting killed and stuff, but it's all like playful, like we just trying to have fun, you know. The radio music is all like, the lyrics are all like crazy and they're talking about doing crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This one gives me a more summertime 06 vibe. Some of it slaps, but it's like mellow. It's really sad. Some of it's sad. Like the lyrics are sad. What he's talking about is kind of sad, but it's still a little playful, but it's a lot more mellow than the last one. And even though Kenny Beats did a lot of beats on FM, I really appreciate this because he showed that he could work with Vince again and show his versatility, making these beats more dark. This has more of a dark vibe to it.
Yeah, it's like dreary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to really put it into words, but it's like looking at this stuff through Vince's filter, like how he sees it. That's why he calls it his most personal, because I feel like all this stuff is like you wouldn't normally view it like this, but this is his adaptation of everything that's going on in his life. And it's got some beats that like low key or like kind of slaps, but like you said, it's really chill. It's like low, like you put it on in the background, you wouldn't even know what's going on. You don't have to like actively listen to it, but once you get deeper down into it and you like cutting away the fat, there is no real fat. It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Once you get deeper down into it, a lot of lyrics are the same thematically throughout.
Yeah.
And it all just like fits.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it revolves around his survival and the struggle, like of being from LA, the North Side specifically. And I feel like he's brought that up before, like I said, it's Summertime 06, even the Shine Cold Chain series back in the day, mixtapes, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. I've always appreciated Vince, but I feel like he really started to pick up his stride when he, worked with No ID on Summertime. And then even Big Fish Theory. I like Big Fish Theory. I like Prima Donna. Like, I feel like he's a really solid artist. He doesn't get a lot of love as he should. Like, he doesn't get as much as he should. And I find this I don't know if this will get a lot of play or a lot of praise because, like we were saying, it's short, kind of moody. Even though it kind of slaps, like if you really listen to it, I don't know if this is gonna be like, I don't know if this is gonna have even like a Big Fish, like on Big Fish Theory or anything. So
I don't know. I think live averages can get there.
Law of Averages is dope. It's been out for a minute though. Like I was gonna speak about that one specifically because I love that track. I love the sample on that track. A track called Wild Dream by Risque. I think that's how you say his name. And I actually checked it out. And I was like, dude, the way he worked that in was really dope. And just like I said, the song, like, it's really personal. I think he just talks about how like everything around him is average, everything, the bitches trying to fuck with him, everything, everything that everyone thinks is like average. And I feel like, even though, like, don't let the beats take away from the lyrics, because he was spitting on this shit. Like, there was some bars, there was a lot of bars on this. Like, I was like, okay, Vince, you're showing that you're still one of the better rappers. I think as far as like your ability to just put words together and make it kind of like funny sometimes, because he's witty. Like even
For
when
sure.
you watch some of his interviews, right? Like he's a funny dude. He makes a lot of funny jokes, and some of them are like real. They're like dark, but it's like, oh, that's still funny.
Yeah. So I mean, like that's basically what I'm saying about this album is that like, Vince is a funny guy and
Mm-hmm.
he always has like this comedic uh personality and just like everything he combats everything with humor, right?
Yeah.
So this whole album just feels like, you know, combating with having a good time and cracking jokes and shit like that. Everything that he goes through. Yeah, it's wild. And you talking about like the beats and stuff and the sampling on that
Oof.
one and Sundown
I was gonna talk
Town.
about that. That was smooth. Talk
Oh
about
my
it.
god.
Woo.
Those background vocals are killer. They're
Yeah.
killer.
We're talking about Tyler, right? Tyler and Vince are like both from LA. They're both really talented. I think they do that sound. They have like their own little lane, like in their pocket. Like as far as like they're in the Tyler's more on their alternative rap sound, and he's totally like inventing his little lane in that pocket. Vince is in that kind of gangster lane, but he's not fully gangster. Like obviously, he talks about cripping and doing a lot of stuff, but
Mm.
it's kind of like from a different viewpoint than other rappers, especially other rappers in LA. I think he's always stood out in that aspect. I feel like with this project, with certain tracks, like we're saying, Sundown Town or The Shining about staying alive in LA, like he just even like the tracks the way they're all like capitalized, it just feels like it was all set to set a tone and set his like the picture, like you're saying, the cover is a picture of his face, and if you're on iTunes, it moves, and it's just like his face. It's just like
Yeah.
he put a lot of thought into this little project, and I know you really liked Unlocked, right? You loved Unlocked by Kenny and Denzel,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that was short.
Yeah, I know. Kenny's got these like little projects that
Yeah,
that are just
Unlocked.
are nuts. They're
Yeah,
nuts.
a lot of people have shown that you could make these little short projects with a lot of replayability, a lot of dope production, and you'll have a really quality project.
It's about the little details that you put in
Mm-hmm.
stuff, right? Like talking about
Mm-hmm.
the song called "The Shining," and he's talking about how he brings his chopper, and he's got the
Yeah.
beam. He's always got the beam on it. That's the
Yeah.
Shining.
Yeah.
It's like connection to the movie and shit.
Movie that was dope. That was funny. I was saying, and Take Me Home about Mrs. like where you're from, Click My Heels and stuff, the little references to Wizard of the Oz and stuff like that. Like that was cool. Smooth again. As I switch it up. You have these harder, more upbeat or these slower uh down trot tracks, but then you have these slower melodic tracks that also talk about, introspective, he's making it from where you from, but also looking back and be like, well, that area might not have been the best for me.
That average track is so funny, bro. Because everybody wants to be above average, bro. Everybody wants
But
to
you
like
have it, man.
have this.
He letting you know for real. That's what I'm saying. Vince keep it real. He letting them know you average. You really average. You acting like you not. At the end of the day, you average, right? That's why that track's so dope, and that's why a lot of these tracks are dope. Lil Fade, I love Lil Fade. I love that beat. I don't know what it is. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that instrumental, and I love how he just like. That's more one of the playful upbeat tracks. That gave me a lot of FM vibes right there. He knows how to also ride a beat pretty well, like as far as like finding the flow and just playing with it. And I feel like that track was a good showing of that. What tracks did you really fuck with out of them?
I think "Are You With That" was probably like one of the most powerful ones. It was like
Yeah, that was the first
because
track. Woo!
because it's the first track, it's the
Yeah,
introduction to the whole thing,
yeah.
and he's basically saying like, are you with what I'm about? Because like this whole project is gonna be about this shit. Are you with that? Because if
Mm-hmm.
you are, then you're gonna like this project, and if you aren't, well, I mean, you might as well click away now because it's not gonna be for you.
No, yeah. It's
I
not
like
gonna be
that.
free.
I like that introduction a lot.
Pretty much the singles are like because it's so short, the singles were highlights too. Like singles
Really,
are really dope.
they're back to back. Are you with that? And Law of Averages back to back,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the way through. And it's only 10 tracks. 10 tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. Lakewood Mall was cool. And then I really like the closer. I really like that a lot. I like that. That was a good way to end the album.
And
Um,
it's like when you replay it again, I don't know. It just works so well. Like the balance of like, the funnier and like more upbeat tracks and the more like, sad and dreary tracks. And just at the end, it's like ends on a huge bang. And then it
mhm.
repeats and then, you're just vibing through that 20 minutes. It's weird.
You want more, but it's not like it's like I wasn't fulfilled with this listen. Like I definitely got what I wanted from this project.
Because it's like the 20 minutes, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
the way that you're like consuming this. I feel like it's more like when you watch cartoons in the morning or something, and it's
Yeah,
like a little. cartoon episode or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, at the end also like he's giving instructions of the hood at the end of the album. He's like, go here, that's that street, you go here. The only thing about this project is, after FM and after this, I kind of do miss longer Vince Staples projects. I mean, like I said, this was good, but it does make me want a little more. But like I'm fulfilled. I like this, but I want, because he made us wait a little bit too. I feel like it would have been cool to have a few more tracks, or like, maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll drop another project soon. I'm fine with this. This is replayable. I got tracks on my playlist, so it's going to be coming up throughout the year. I don't know where I put it, in my rankings or anything yet. We got to do that top 10 of the mid-year. We got to do that soon. But this is getting a lot of play. Like I've been playing it every day.
Yeah, I'm saying like that 20 minutes makes it so easy to just play.
To
Like
go though, yeah.
I pick so many albums to play throughout the day, so it's like being that short.
I could just play this. Yeah, it's usually cool to just play it through. It comes with its perks, but it's also its cons, considering that he hasn't been dropping as much and even doing features as much. But when he has been doing features, he's been killing it. So, man, just keep doing. I can't complain. I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about it. It's been a little bit since it dropped. I haven't seen a heck of people talking about it. I've seen people talking about it, so that's dope to see. Because Vince always, like I said, he deserves a lot of praise, because he hasn't dropped a project yet where I'd be like, yo, like, this is like, like you shouldn't even check this out. Like even Prima Donna's little EP. One, it was the EP, and two, if you wanted to hear moody Vince over like that was even more depressing. I think this isn't really depressing; it's just a little moody. He hasn't dropped anything where I'm like, you gotta skip this, like other artists in his lane has. I'm saying like I could hear some of this maybe on the radio if the radio is willing to show it love. I mean, especially out here out in Cali, like some of this music is definitely Cali music, just slapping in the whip. Like,
Yeah, I just think it's growing. It's growing in popularity. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
because Kenny's been killing it. Like I said, we've been saying Kenny's one of the better producers right now. And for him to do this again, like I said, showing his versatility, because I've heard him do moody stuff before. I've heard him like switch it up, but like to do it with the same artist back to back, where you worked with him a lot on FM, thumbs up.
Kenny's the boy, bro. Kenny,
Yeah.
He works. He gets music out for me from like Denzel, for Rico, Tizo. He was working with. He watched the last Cave episode. Kenny is the boy. I love Kenny. Keep on making these short projects, man. I need these. It makes it so easy for people to get into these artists, because we always think about TikTok being the most successful way to start getting an artist because it's so short. But like 20-minute projects grow on people, and if you get enough people, if you spread word of mouth enough, like it'll start growing. I don't think Vince is that big compared to like all these other people that we have him compared to, and like how good he is. He's not as big in the same lane as those people, so it's just gonna grow. It's gonna grow over time. I think he's got like 3 hits off of this. Like these will get records because in the next few years,
people in the industry know about him. Obviously, I mean, he got a Kendrick feature.
Yeah,
he's worked with a bunch of people.
Yeah,
it's not like people know about Vince. Usually, you bring him up, they know a song or they've heard of him. So I'm just hoping like maybe this one connect, or maybe the next one. Maybe this one. I feel like I don't know what it was, but Big Fish Theory, it did have Big Fish, and it did have a few songs I think were okay. Like as far as like doing, like people were checking for him. Ever since then, like even FM got love, but like it didn't really have like a song that I expected. Like I expected to have a hit, like we're saying on this one. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I don't really think it really bothers him. He's doing well with this album. It's getting streams either way. It's not like I don't need Vince to be like a star or a mega star anyway. Like he's getting streams either way. He has a fan base. People know about him. I see people when he tweets stuff, and sometimes pops up on my feed. He be trending and stuff. I don't know if it's a label thing as well. Maybe his label's not pushing him as well. Like he dropped singles before this album, and then they got scrapped, and they were kind of like mid, and then he had that show and stuff. I don't know if that was, the show was cool, but I don't know if like his label's like trying to like do stuff with him or something. I think it might be just him. I don't know. It might just, sometimes artists don't drop, but if this is how you're gonna drop from now on, just keep it coming, man. Don't take a long break again, man, because we need music. I need this. I like Vince. Vince is one of my faves.
Definitely.
What's your favorite tracks? Give me 3.
Fave tracks. Are You With That? Sundown Town. And Taking Trips.
Okay. Mine, we got different tracks. Mine is Law of Averages, Lil Fade, and Take Me Home. Short project, but we had different tracks. And we like all those tracks though. So that's what I'm saying. Like those are damn near all like pretty much 6 out of 10. So
Yeah.
and I could have put I was almost put at the end. I almost put like you said, taking trips. Like these are all bangers here. So definitely check this out when you have time. Don't let this one miss
Wow,
your
bro.
music
He
library.
does it again. He
Yeah,
does
that's what I'm saying.
But I don't know if it's gonna get as big as these other ones. I feel like the other ones that they were talking about, you're talking about Big Fish Theory. I think it had more like a different like genre in general.
It was more upbeat. It was like damn near people were making fun of me because it was like they were saying it's like beat boop, like robot music, electronic.
Yeah,
And what that definitely had that vibe. And I think some people liked it. And it definitely had like a lot of play from a certain audience, but then it disconnected. Like some of his fan base and some of the hip hop community didn't like it because it was like this is not what we want
yeah.
to hear.
Uh,
So I don't know. And
I
then
think
with
that's
FM, he tried to. I don't know if he tried to go back. He just FM. He went more to the hip hop sound and it didn't get him as much hits. This one is more of a hip hop sound as well. So we'll see.
yeah,
Either way, I don't think he's going for it. I think that's just where he wants to go. Like it's short, but it's not shallow. It's a little dense. It's not the densest project, but there's definitely something to it. Some weight in there.
details. It's got the
Mm-hmm.
details. That's what matters. But yeah, no, for sure. Like, and it's a good point you brought up that the hip hop ones are not getting as much love as the ones that sound electronic. It's weird. It's weird. Even
Yeah.
though you would think that the hip hop scene would have, you know, the albums up higher. But I'm glad that he's going in this direction. I love this direction that Vince is going since FM to Vince Staples now. I mean, I've been tuned in. Yeah, FM.
Yeah.
He touched in with the bass sound too. He had a song with E40 on there,
Yeah. That was
and
dope.
he has some slaps on there. It was
Yeah. Don't get
that
chipped.
feels like
Like the
summer.
feels like summer. That was a dope one. That was the
Yep.
first one on there with Ty. When Ty was doing every song for a minute. I mean, still pops up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I gotta say about this one, man. If you got time, make time. If anything, dude. This is definitely it's only 22 minutes. Definitely should make your rotation.
Yep. For sure. Thanks for tapping in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, subscribe, all
All
that.
that.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow. You
Follow
know,
us on
all that
Instagram.
will be in the description. Join the Discord, chop it up with us, put recommendations, whatever. You could always hit us up personally as well, or just the page. Comment if you have some feedback. You just want to talk shit, whatever. Let us know. Let us have it. So, peace out, man. Thanks for listening.
Peace.
Peace.